The courtroom today was full of family and friends from both the Hallbucks and the Averys.
And both offered their thoughts on the proceedings, which took almost 8 hours to get through. Fox 11's Cameron Clark brings us multiple views tonight.
More than 2 years after Stephen Avery was convicted of killing Teresa Hallbuck, both families were back in court, wondering if another trial is on its way.
If we have to go through it again, which I don't anticipate, we're going to go through it again because we're here for Teresa. She can't be here for herself.
When asked for comment, Stephen Avery's father, Alan Avery, began by yelling an obscenity at the media, and then went on to say,
all you guys ever did was run down Avery's auto salvage. You run it down, you run it down. Well, put our sign back on TV, run her down some more.
One thing that surprised many in the courtroom was Stephen Avery not taking the stand. He was expected to testify on the process of one of the jurors being dismissed from his first trial and his understanding of his rights to a mistrial.
Well, quite frankly, when we got to that point in the case, after the other witnesses had testified, we felt that his testimony just wasn't needed.
But the prosecuting and defense attorneys have very different ideas of how sure a mistrial would have been.
The option of going with 11 or substituting could only happen if the parties were willing to agree to it. If the parties were not willing to agree to it, then you have to have a mistrial.
The defendant received a decision by 12 jurors. His constitutional right to a 12-person jury was maintained, and I very much believe that their request for post-conviction relief will be unsuccessful at this time.
You may proceed.
Now that decision is in the hands of the judge, and from there, possibly the State Court of Appeals. In Manitowoc, Cameron Clark, Fox 11 News.
Today's hearing is essentially to ask the judge who presided over the trial to change his mind. Judge Willis has asked attorneys to hand him written briefs by October 30th, and he wants replies to be turned in by November 13th. The judge expects to issue a written decision by December 1st. If these defense efforts are unsuccessful, there still is the option of going to the Court of Appeals. And Avery's nephew, Brendan Dassey, has also filed some post-trial motions. He'll have hearings similar to his uncle's beginning January 15th.